Hi guys, this is Sai Rahul from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering in Dundigal. Today I am going to explain you about how to build the embedded C in Keil IDE. I am presenting this presentation because of our tech talks, and through this presentation I will give complete overview of Keil IDE and how to use the embedded C program in it. So without any lag, let's get into the content. Today I'm going to present you about the introduction of this particular presentation, and second thing about embedded system, and third KLU Vision IDE, and you will get to know what is KLU Vision IDE. Later on, how the KLU system will work and how we can create a project in KLU, and the procedure of KL, and last the conclusion of this complete presentation. First, let's get into the introduction. As you know, for to build a particular software, we need to code the software in particular programming language like C, Java, latest it's Python. So we got number of programming language for software, but when it comes to the hardware, we have very limited number of programs. The most big used program is embedded C. Embedded C is very it's very easy, because as C programming is very easy programming when compared to all the other programming languages. So most of our hardware, every microcontroller should be programmed to do its particular work. So how we will do that programming? This program is called embedded C. Like you see, washing machines, refrigerators, like mobile phones, everything, they got different kinds of microcontrollers, but every microcontroller will have its own purpose. This purpose comes from embedded C coding. These are, like you can see, as in my presentation there will be, you can see, like for example, see here we are using for washing machines, mobile phones, digital cameras, and the microcontrollers which we are using. And next, while getting to see what is embedded C, as I already explained you everything, and this embedded C program is mostly used in like famous microcontrollers like 8051, 8056, etc. But this first introduced in 8051 microcontrollers. uh, as you know, like, if simply explaining about embedded C, it's like a bridge between hardware and the software. Like you can see a projection diagram here. We will design an algorithm of a particular system in MATLAB, and we will code it in C or C++. Later we will transfer the file into CPP. According to our requirement, we will convert the programming language. So it will be flexible for us to convert particular language and use it for the particular purpose. Let's get into the matter. Come, yeah, here we are. Today our main purpose of doing this video is Keil Vision IDE. I want to explain you all the things about Keil IDE. Uh, Keil is a software which was built by the ARMS. ARM is a famous microcontroller, you know, and but it's also a company. And they given this software for free, and there is also paid version for it. Okay, apart from that, when it comes to the background work, there are different types of software like uvision 3, uvision 2, and uvision 4. Uvision 4 is the latest software which came from Keil uvision. This is known as Keil uvision. So let's get into the Keil uvision software directly. Yeah, here is the working of the Keil uvision. As you can see, Keil uvision will have a compiler of C and C++, where we will code the our C program, where we will code the entire program, and later the compiles the C and C++, and it will compiles the program through using C++ libraries, and later that will link will be transferred to the locator, and the software uvision will automatically debugs the code, and it will transfers the particular program or downloads the particular program to the hardware target hardware. So this is the process which we are going to have in Keil IDE. Let's see. First thing, while first thing we have to create a dictionary. Dictionary is nothing but like we know, as normal dictionary we are going to create a definition of a file. Like for example, in normal dictionaries, if we say let's run, but in the dictionary in run we can see the meaning like walking speedily or something else. There will be a particular definition for it. Creating dictionary is the same thing. We are creating particular definition for a file. So there are different types of dictionaries like u projection c code h6. You know what u projection c code h6 defines the type of file. Like if there is a video, there are different types of files like avi, mp4, etc, etc. Similar way, we are going to have these different types of dictionary files. And next, this is how we are going to create a new project. First we have to launch Keil U Vision IDE. It may be Vision 4 or Vision 3 or anything else. The process will be same. And next, after opening the Keil U Vision, you have to go to the project icon where it is on the top of the bar, and where after clicking the project you can see the drop down like a new uvision project or multi project purpose. You have to click on uvision project. So this is the file where we have to start. Generally people use it to do like they will go to the file and they will create a new project. That is not the process in Keil U Vision. We have to go to the project, and there you have to select a new vision project. And second, after selecting that, you have to choose the device, so that it will be memory. It will have some memory allocations. Like see, different devices have different memory allocations. So the software will adjust itself for particular device, so that we can create a particular program so that it won't get any like disturbances or deviations while downloading it. This is the very crucial part while creating a new program. This is the major step which we have to look into it. Second, after creating the particular after selecting the particular device type, like we will see on your left side, you will see a target folder. A target folder is nothing but where you are going to save your particular program. It's nothing but selecting a location to save your program. But this target folder is most important, because if there is any deviations, the program will won't work properly. So we have to make sure where we are saving our particular program. Next, creating source files. Source files is nothing but creating a new project. To create a new source files, we will use the button in the toolbar as I mentioned, where file and select new. See, first we have to go to project and we have to select open new vision file, and later we have to go to file and we have to select new. Here is the process. We should not go to directly file and we should not select new. First we have to go to project and later we have to go to new. This is what the difference between other softwares and Keil IDE. And second, after saving all the things, we have to move into programming. See, here you can see, yeah, here you can see this is the where we are creating a program. And see, in this Keil IDE we have another convenience that we can add a new file to particular source file. Like if you have a program in a particular file, you want to merge both the program, you can directly copy it, but instead of that you can also join both the files by this. You can see by the add files group, the where we can get on by giving a right click to on the source file. Okay, this can be helpful, like you can add files or just you can get a copy from your particular file, and it will be convenient for you as your convenience. See, after doing that one, after coding an entire thing, we have to make sure in which dictionary we are want to save the file. Like, see, you can see file of type, where we want to select whether the file is whether you want to program with it C or some as an object file or ASM source file. Based on your requirement, you have to choose the file type. And second, after programming, you need to compile the entire code. Compiling is nothing but you are checking whether the code is right, whether it will execute or not. You're just seeing whether, like, see, already we have selected the particular microcontroller. So our project will our code will automatically compiles for particular microcontroller. Like, see, if you select ARM, or if you, like, see, in this particular presentation I have taken that LPC2148 microcontroller. So our code will automatically adjust itself for LPC2148 microcontroller. uh, the compiler will help you in such a way that it will be to a particular microcontroller. So our compilation is very important to get a perfect results for downloading the program in the hardware. Later, after creating the things, the we have to select HCE file. Like, we have to create a HCE file. HCE file is nothing but it's a hardware program. If you want to download if you want to send a program to a hardware, the program must be in HCL file, HCX, sorry, HCX file. Sorry for making this. And it is the most important to be in HCX. Otherwise, the microcontroller will won't accept the program and you will get some issues. So make sure that you are creating an HCX file. See, after HCX file, the you have to recheck all the things, and like, you can rebuild, say, like, see, you can rebuild all the target files. Like, you can do modifications after compiling, or you can create after creating an particular output, and it will be convenient for you. Keil Vision IDE is most convenient for a programmer or an hardware engineer. Next, yeah. See, as you can see in the particular slide, in the build output window, a message 0 and 0 warning signifies the program is successful. Like, see, you as a drop down here, I think you can see the, sorry, I think, one second, I think I will mention you with an pen. Yeah, it's good. Like, see, you can see here 0 and 0 warnings and 0 errors. That shows you that there are no mistakes in your code. See, while coming to the code, if there any mistake, automatically you will get the errors or warnings are sometimes they are negligible, because sometimes compiler may take it, or may not be, if you have a dictionary file, anything else. But the errors are most important. If there is an error, you need to get back there and you need to check it, and you have to eliminate that error so that there won't be any problem. So as you see, you can directly see in my slide, warnings do not prevent to the program from running correctly. However, you should consider solving them to eliminate unwanted effects that sometimes they may create unwanted effects. It's like, sometimes, it's simply we can connect these warnings to a speed breakers. See, while we are traveling on a road, we can easily cross the speed breakers. But if there is any, like, open manhole or anything else, we can't cross. Simply errors are like manholes, and warnings like, or see, like, warnings are like speed breakers. Next, yeah. See, we see, up to now we have completed all the software related things. Like, we created the software, later we programmed the software, and we converted that particular software into the hardware program. Everything was done. Now the major thing is we are transferring our program to the hardware, where we are downloading program to the microcontroller. As I already told you, the file should be in HCX file to enter a physical location of the microcontroller. So first we have to select a menu bar and click on the configuration tools, which will be on the top of the program. On the utilization, you choose external file tool for flash programming. Like flash programming, as you already know, most of the people know what is the flash programming. I will explain you in later. And we have to choose which file we are going to dump. As you know, I have taken the flash magic example. So we are taking particular programming to dump into the microcontroller. Next, here we have to check which port we have. For example, port we have to connect the microcontroller. You know what, for example, if you are programming any Arduino or anything else, we will connect the particular program to our computer. In the similar way, while we are coding for a microcontroller, we are going to connect that particular microcontroller to the computer. So it will define itself some of the ports. We have to check which port are we using, so that the particular file will be downloaded to exact microcontroller. Otherwise there will be mismatch in microcontrollers and there will going to be huge problem. So make sure that your particular microcontroller will be connected to particular port. Like you can see, you in the device manager in computer, will get all these options. When it comes to the ports, you will get this USB serial port COM4. This is what the port where I connected particular microcontroller. So this is the most important. You have to check whether it is done, or like when we are going to go for a trip, we are going to check whether there is a petrol or anything else, fuel present in the vehicle or not. In the similar way, we have to check whether the microcontroller is connected to our PC or not. So this is the most important. Like see, after doing everything, we have to just go to code generation, where we are going to select at which code this is going to occur, like ARM mode or anything else. There will be particular drop down. We have to choose it according to our requirements, and later there are few options below that code generations, where you are going to allocate some RAM, ROM things. If you're having some kind of space, if you want to allocate some of the space, you want to you want to allocate some space in ROM, and you can also allocate some space in RAM also. You know what is the difference between ROM and RAM. Also, I was not touching particular things, and later on, like this is what we are going to do in Keil IDE or Keil IDE U Vision. This is the step-by-step process which we are getting a perfect program for an hardware. So hence I think I have explained you in everything, how to build a particular embedded C program in Keil IDE. So if you have any queries, please comment me in the comment section, so I will get your queries done. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Thank you.